over their heads for the longest time, and the Phillies are an inconsistent group themselves. But ultimately, if you're comparing one team with the other, the Phillies have the better overall team. I don't believe that's groupie. I don't believe that's homerism. I believe that is analysis that I had before the season started, Connor.
Yeah.
And I continue to have. Now, if you want to hear groupie talk, the Phillies are winning the World Series. But here's the deal. I don't believe that. The Phillies need to make additions before the trade deadline. I've hated the way this line has been constructed since spring training, and I think there is a way for them to improve it, and I expect Dave Dombrowski to improve it, and if he doesn't, then August 1st there will be fireworks on this show.
I think that's all fair.
Fair?
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as... See, I still think there's a world where this team is good enough as is, but I'm not willing to go into the postseason to find out. Right? That's where you and I differ. Like, I'm looking at this team and I'm saying, I think they have enough, but I don't want to go in with I think. So I get to the same spot as you. It's just not as a result of they can't win it with what they've got. It's they shouldn't try to win it with what they've got. But either way, we end up in the same spot, which is that this is a very good baseball team that we want to see make improvements, that has under a month to do so, and we're going to be watching very closely to see what they do. But we're not telling you the Washington Nationals are going to win the NL East.
Yeah.
We're not telling you that, like, the Minnesota Twins are going to win 110 games. We're telling you the Philadelphia Phillies are going to win in the 90s of games and have a shot at winning a World Series and are a good baseball team. And some people are like, what are these guys, from Mars?
Up until 10 o'clock last night, they had tied for the most series wins in all of baseball before the Dodgers go out and beat the White Sox and make it 20 instead of 19.
Yeah.
Like, this team beats teams consistently. I can't say. I just don't see why people are so out on this team.
It's
exhaustion.
It's exhaustion, and that goes back to our original conversation because there are rumors, once again, that Nick Castellanos could be moved at the trade deadline. And I know that Nick Castellanos is a player, for whatever reason, where people are exhausted by. Some of it might be the attitude. Some of it's probably the swinging at the sliders, low and away. To me, he's been one of your more consistent players over the last 3 years. Not just to me, like statistically, factually, he has been one of your most consistent players over the last 3 years. But that happens with athletes. People get to a certain point with athletes where they just go, man, I'm looking forward to the day where this person's not here anymore. I had that with Tobias Harris.
Oh, yeah.
Like I told you, I celebrated the day he was no longer on the Philadelphia 76ers.
Pop champagne, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Like Tobias Harris, I was exhausted by Tobias Harris. I couldn't, 6 years. 6 years. Like
Yeah.
I got so fed up to the point where I was rooting for the day where he was no longer here. I had that with Furkan Korkmaz, right? Like,
well,
there are certain players that I also get the exhaustion from. But there's some guys where I just wonder what led to this. Like Tobias Harris, I think, is understandable. A max contract player that disappeared in the playoffs